And just like that, we are off in this building. StreamYards is fucking with me already. Thank you for the one, Lady Posh. It was already doing me wrong too. What's happening? Weather been off, all that good shit. Thank you for everything, ladies. I see y'all down there shouting it out, speaking to each other, being sisterly. That's what's up. What's going on, Unholy Trinity? Now, y'all, with the last live stream I did out here, that Tyler Perry fucking freak had a fucking problem with what the fuck I said. So did Taraji. So the copyright was the easiest way to go with that. Why? Because guess what? Everything else I said was true. God damn it! It is what it is. No defamation of character. None of that shit. You just had to go there, and it's all good. Ladies, happy Taco Tuesday. Okay. Um, we got a serious conversation for tonight, but it's funny as fuck as well. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Aaliyah, you grab the mic while I share my screen. We fixing to have a real petty but informative time because there's some history involved in this goddamn hair shit.
Hello, everyone. You just put me on the spot. I don't even know what the hell we're supposed to be talking about. I do know in regards to the title, leave it to DZ to go and find a video where somebody actually stole a wig off a corpse. I don't know where she finds some of this shit at, y'all, but we're gonna stay tuned and just see exactly what this shit about to look like.
So let's see where we going with this shit. Let's go ahead and see what's up. What's going on, Cassie? What's going on, Miss Snapple?
Hey y'all. I'm just ready for all the shenanigans.
Okay,
Just
well, let's get the fuck into it. Let's get the fuck into it because they never disappoint. They never disappoint. Doing bad out here, y'all. Let me go ahead and just scroll a taste, okay? Ladies, posts like this are decades old at this point. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, right? We all know that the black woman, the mammy herself, the pick me, the mule, whatever you want to call this stupid bitch, right? She's black male identified, and everything that she does surrounds him, his happiness, his preference, his protection, his whatever. And she comes second fiddle while she's pretending to be black girl magic, that whole goddamn fraud, whatever. Okay? This nigga says, I'll never date or marry someone that doesn't rock their natural hair. And this post is very, very recent, right? It was on the 28th of June. Okay. And I went back on Twitter today to see if somebody else had posts about natural hair and who the fuck they won't date if they're not rocking their natural hair. And of course, there was another one. I didn't screenshot it because my goddamn shit is already made for tonight. Pull up. Okay. They say all this type of shit, and black women responded over the course of decades. Okay, when they say shit like I only date women with natural hair, and if and ladies, I get people all the time that that's a white boy. This ain't no motherfucking white boy. He said his ass is FBA. He just a light skinned it. You worried? You worried? That's a light skinned it nigga. They said they don't date goddamn black girls with don't wear their natural hairs. But check it. So back in the 2010s, is that what you call it? Black women had a whole natural hair movement based simply off posts like this. Why? Why? Because black males are the only people that matter in that community. It was really cute to see the hairstyles. I thought they were beautiful, right? I'm like, wait, y'all knew how to do this hair the whole time. And we saw think pieces on how we didn't know how to do our hair. They even went to the law that was down in Louisiana where black women couldn't show their hair. It was a whole oppression Olympics ass mess. The black women I know, or the black woman that I know, right? She doesn't let people tell her how to do, what to do, or do anything with her hair. So once all those laws were no longer in order, why the fuck was just for me popping on your baby's heads? Why was dark and lovely going on top of your baby's head? You know good and hell well that these niggas are lying about them liking natural hair. You know that shit. So when the niggas started posting, we like natural hair. Like sister don't love themselves with they. So these sisters went natural, okay? And the natural hair movement, it exploded. It exploded. Ladies, this movement made I, I would venture off to say at bare minimum 100,000aires off of bitches that was making like products at their home showing you how to maintain your natural hair, what to do, how to do a wash and go, a twist out, a braid out. Ladies, the goddamn natural hair movement exploded. And when you look at it, it's like, oh, those women love their hair. Correction. They heard black men don't like perms and weaves, so that's when they went natural. Don't get that part fucked up. They didn't all of a sudden fall in love with their natural hair and then all of a sudden go natural. That's it. That's the fuck all. I'm not playing, and y'all should stop letting people play in your face. It was about what these niggas preferred. So they got real creative, and I admit the hairstyles were fucking gorgeous. They were all over the place. I'm talking about big ass afros. The hair was pretty. I love natural hair. Okay. You wear your hair how the fuck you want to wear it. But I'm talking about the natural hair movement right now and why it came to be. Please do not let motherfuckers tell you that they started doing natural hair, right? Because they all of a sudden started loving themselves. Back in the 70s, with the afros being popular, it was sort of the same thing because that was the revolution, right? That was Black Panther shit. That was we fixing to be free. Let's love ourselves. It's the same exact thing. They did not love themselves. It was because black men back in the 70s was saying the same shit. You ought to start loving your hair. Hair maintenance costs. Did you hear what I said? It costs. So therefore, the black man is going to tell you he like natural hair, especially if you his goddamn girlfriend, so you don't ask his motherfucking dusty ass for no goddamn money. Aaliyah, you with me so far? What you got?
I am, and I'm so over this hair conversation with black women. Y'all have no idea. I just think this is another unimportant, useless ass argument that you really don't see taking place anywhere else outside of the Black community or the bowels of social media, because nobody else is running around talking about their hair being 2A, 2B, 4C, and all this other mess. Most other groups of men also don't give a fuck about wigs and weaves. That's one of the main things that I've always found so attractive about white men, because outside of the liberals and the wiggers, you would never hear them sitting up talking about this feminine ass bullshit like about wigs and weaves. If they like you, they like you. It's as simple as that. These other fuck niggas make it complicated where it doesn't have to be. Most of them can appreciate the difference in hair textures in Black women. Black people are the only ones sitting around creating all these fucking isms to be outraged over. Colorism wasn't enough, so they added featureism, and then came texturism, just making up words and shit. How about I don't give a damn what type your hair is? Just comb your damn hair. And to be honest, I don't see why it's still even a topic with as much as y'all stay in bonnets and shit. Clearly nobody is combing their hair anymore.
Oops. We don't know what the fuck you look like, whore, right? But we do know that you went natural, not because, listen, they sold them little girls that goddamn pipe dream. That was full of shit. Be honest. Be the fuck honest. Ladies, I literally don't give a fuck how you wear your hair as long as you don't look a religious ass fucking mess. Snapple, what you got, girl?
Ooh, you took it back talking about just for me. There's still some grown ass Black women to this day who will tell you that their hair would be long now had they not put that just for me in their heads. Like, yeah, my hair was long in 7th grade, and then I put some just for me in. But yeah, DZ, the Shea Butter Brigade, they gonna jump you for this. They don't appreciate any conversations about their natural hair movement. But yeah, the pick me energy was real. It would have been a beautiful thing if it was born out of true self-love and acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the fact that it was to pander to these niggas, that is just fucking pathetic. And they had y'all jumping through all that. No tea, no shade, but somebody in the comments did say something pretty true, that a lot of these big ass afros in these photographs are wigs.
Oops.
And those ponytails are still pieces. And that's why I never understood like the natural hair Nazis, because they would have because I remember them groups back in the day. I was in them groups back in the day on like Facebook and stuff. And they would like pick and choose what weave was allowed and what was white supremacy. So it's like, okay, so y'all allow box braids, but y'all don't allow sewings. I don't know. But yeah, girl, it's unfortunate because they let these niggas have them jump through all these hoops and they still choosing Becky.
They got that. What's happening, girl? Miss Cassie, what's tea? Where the fuck is my water? I'll never know where my water is. Go ahead.
And I know they was still in their feelings about, don't forget the texture police. Oh, and when people say they was 4C and 4B, oh, don't forget the texture police, because let you have too loose of a curl, it was going to be a problem. But
is she cutting out for y'all? I think you cutting out a little bit, Cassie. I'm sorry, girl.
Oh no. Y'all can hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. But this is the thing, y'all. Go right ahead. I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Now, I was just talking about the texture police and how they would be upset about the curl pattern. If the curl was too loose, you can't say you 4C, you can't say you 4B. Y'all remember that in the comments?
I do. What they were doing that because there might be some sort of non-Black person in your lineage, therefore you cannot claim Black. But they didn't hold that same thing true when it was time to vote for a motherfucking president. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, that part. Well, there's a chick, right? And she's, kind of telling on them. With mammies, they really can't tell the truth all the way. Sometimes they dance on the line of the truth, okay? They dance on the line. And she said, I said before, Black men only want you to be natural so that they can see how acceptably long your textured hair is. That part, right? They don't actually prefer all naturals. And that's just the fact of the matter. But what she didn't say, right, is that they don't prefer Black women at all. I don't give a fuck how nappy or non-nappy your hair is. When they talking about they like natural curls, they talking about they like them on the Latinas. I'm looking at the chat, right? Don't go there with me. And she's still mammying the fuck out because she still got the red, black, and green hearts up there and all that shit there. She's, pissed like the average mammy is when black men just don't prefer black women. It ain't a preference. They just don't like you. They actually hate your fucking guts, okay? It is what the fuck it is. Then you have niggas like this. Show the fuck up talking about wigs, weaves, fake eyelashes, lace fronts. I ain't finna give you $300 every time you... Y'all, I told you they was broke. Nobody mentioned motherfucking money. To be honest with you, it only costs a couple of dollars to keep your natural hair up, done or what have you. Wigs around this bitch, I've seen them as expensive as $1,100. Pull up. We're talking about, in the price range of the mammy, right? Then we have niggas like this. Let's go.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not so much.
Okay. And
Yeah.
why not?
I'll say more so like the hair. So more so attracted to longer hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on over here.
This is later in the natural hair movement, right? I am very proud of those sisters, okay, that started popping them fucking balloons as soon as he said the bullshit that he said. Ladies, that woman was light-skinned. She had natural hair. She had it well done, and her motherfucking ass was dressed appropriately. Now that I've given all the props, let me tell you what I'm not proud of. Why the fuck are you there letting a breathe DZ keep the hard R off? Nigga, judge you. Why the fuck are you there? His ass doesn't have any money. He's bottom of the totem when it comes to men on the hierarchy of everything that you can list it by. It is what it is. I was proud that they stuck in solidarity and started popping them balloons when he started talking about how he liked long hair. And let's keep it tall. Ladies, black men like straight and wavy hair, and they don't like it on you. I'm looking at the chat. Huh? Aaliyah, you got anything? Because this conversation fixes to get real, real funky.
Girl, these people still sitting up talking about what type of women they like. How many times we got to tell them, we don't give a fuck what you like? Why is that the assumption that somebody cares what you like? And I just want to say something too. They stay talking about how expensive wigs and weaves are, but I've been stopped relaxing years and years ago. I'm naturally curly. A natural hair is not cheap. We're not going to sit here and play all them products. If you want to do the good shit, get the good shit. Them products are not cheap.
Listen,
because most of the time you're going to need to find a good natural hair care line. And those you're going to be paying.
It depends. It really depends on where you get it from, to be honest with you. Because some of these goddamn bottles got the same ingredients as the $3 bottle. It just is what it is. The nigga bitches, because they always be an opportunist. These dizzy bitches don't know how to take care of their own hair. Let me show you how to take care of it. Oh, this 8-ounce bottle, $56 plus $9.99 shipping and handling. That's how the fuck that went. That bullshit at the Dollar Tree and the dollar store, shit, Dollar General, Family Dollar. If you flip those two goddamn bottles around, it'd be damn near identical ingredients in that motherfucker. Pull up. Okay? But I just, where we're going with this, ladies, I can't believe where it's gone. Maybe I can believe it because it's hard to surprise me nowadays. Men, we want natural motherfucking bitches, right? And then they going and liking all the nails, wigs, BBLs, double BBLs, breast augmentation, second round BBLs, nose jobs, facelifts, blah, blah, fucking blah. Okay. So slowly but surely, the black woman who was in the natural hair movement, right? She noticed that nigga was not picking these natural bitches. I'm looking at the chat. Slowly but surely, she started saying, wait a goddamn minute. He said this online, but when I saw him at the club, the bitch he was with looked nothing like what he described online. A lot of them niggas would even offer pictures of what they prefer and all that good shit when it came to natural hair. But when it was time to get his dick wet, hello somebody, that didn't look nothing like you. So slowly but surely, black women start going away from the natural hair movement. Then the complicated relationship with the wigs came in. Huh? And I have to admit, black women, you have gotten really good at making some of these wigs look natural. Some of you motherfuckers look a religious ass mess in these wigs because you don't know what the fuck you doing. And before we keep going, I want to tell you niggas something. What nobody talking to you. Nobody gives a fuck what you think about wigs and weaves. Here, do me a favor. Before you start dragging these mammies about how the fuck they wear their hair, how about you go first, bitch? How about you go natural first, you dusty son of a bitch? Right? Y'all look a hot ass mess. So be clear. Nobody was talking to you. Y'all look fucking terrible. This motherfucker here look like his name Deacon Brooks. And y'all spent all those years making these bitches not have a self-esteem about themselves. And then when you put it that, y'all look at what that says at the bottom. Man weave giving guys great new confidence. What? When black women were trying to give themselves confidence and appeal to your funky ass, you told them they self-esteem was low. But look at your disgusting, look at the way, Snapple, you got it. Look at the way he
You
looks.
ain't right. You are not right.
You know what? Thank you for calling out these bald-headed scallywag ass niggas because, excuse me, you know, I remember there was a meme or a joke talking about they need to take the women swimming because of the makeup. Like, y'all niggas need to get thrown off a cliff into a motherfucking pool because y'all, they be using a Sharpie or whatever that shit be on their head, that black stuff. And I mean, they use all type. And that tweet, I wanted to comment on the tweet you had up there, DZ. He's talking about installed. It's like, tell me you of the Rainbow Brigade without telling me, because what the fuck you mean installed? You know, I remember when I first learned, I just said this in Discord the other day. I remember when I first learned that they were calling it an install, like when you get a sew-in or put a wig. I don't know what they do. They sew the wig down. I don't know, but they were calling it install. I said an install, like that sounds like an appliance, like an installation. This is what they calling applying the weaves to the hair. Not the niggas knowing that it's called an install though. Like, please, yeah, he wears a fake beard and a wig cap as well, but they have the nerve to be talking. Please get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Hiding
the
behind those hats.
They have the terminology down because what? They sucked it down to the base. So they got your entire goddamn legal down. You got anything, Cassie, before we get back to fucking to it?
I was gonna say they be hiding behind their caps too, like their hats, their
Yeah.
beanies, their yeah, they be hiding behind those. And what makes it so funny is those be the main ones. I don't really take men seriously who talk about women hair, but I've noticed the ones who do are always the ones hiding behind those hats. Don't ever take the hat off. They be in a pool with the hat on, showering with the hat on, but you got so much mouth about what the fuck a woman got on their head. Yeah, this is exactly what they look like. He looked like Tory Lanez, to be honest, because you know that
I
nigga
just,
balding too.
girl, I just
Dog.
died. Somebody
The
said,
first-
was this Tory Lanez?
The first nigga looked like Tyler Perry. The very first one. I thought, what the fuck is that? A bald-headed Medea on the screen? You know all these niggas looking like.
Ladies, you wear what the fuck makes you look presentable. I don't give a fuck if it's natural. I don't give a fuck if it's a wig. If it's going, especially those that have issues with their hair, balding, any of that good shit, do not let these niggas tell you what the fuck to wear so that you can gain approval from them. Because guess what? They don't own and control nothing. Tell that nigga to make a wig so you can purchase it first. Hey, I said, tell that nigga to make a wig factory. Right? You make it and I'll buy it, bitch. Leave the Asians alone. They ain't got shit to do with it. But you do what the fuck you want to do with your hair. Here's the thing though. I have a problem with these goddamned baby hairs. Y'all got to chill on this shit. Y'all have got to knock this shit out. Y'all look crazy as fuck. You don't have baby hairs. And if I told y'all where those goddamn fine hairs that they over thick on this motherfucker, look at this shit. It's so close to her goddamn eyebrow. Ladies, get mad at me. Those swirly baby hairs originally started because of black males' loves for Latinas. I'm looking at the chat. Huh? That fake, I'm not all the way black bullshit. That came from black men announcing how motherfucking cute the Latinas were. So these bitches started taking toothbrushes and shit, right? And start making baby hairs or edges that wasn't there in the first place. Ladies, it's so sad that they have fucking edge weaves. I'm looking at the chat. These goddamn fucking thick ass sideburns, baby hairs, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. Y'all do it so much and so fucking thick, right? That your mugshots are going viral. Look at this shit. I don't even. Y'all, I don't even know whether this is a male or female. That's how fucked up Blackistan is. I don't know what this is. Aaliyah, do you know what the fuck
Girl,
this is?
that's Baby Bob.
No.
Girl, what in the Barney and Friends? Girl, I used to love Barney. That looked just like Baby Bob. Oh my God.
She looks terrible. Ladies, that doesn't look good. Nobody believes that you're half Latina. I'm just going to keep it real with you for a second. Like I said, I feel very, very petty tonight. What, DZ?
She could pass for Fiona too.
She
Ah!
could. She really could.
Y'all, not her nose being like bigger and wider than Fiona's. Girl, they gonna shut me. They're gonna say I'm anti-black. I don't give a
But
fuck.
why
Your
the
teeth is-
but why the baby
Tonight.
hairs sitting on her eyebrows? Like I never understood why the baby hairs be sitting on their eyebrows.
This right
bothers
here
me.
is mental illness. That's what it is. It's blackmail dick dizzy. It's like they don't see themselves. That shit looks a hot, funky ass mess. The wigs are important, ladies. They're very, very important, and they're so important that you're snatching wigs off of dead bodies. Texas, you're down one for that. I said, Texas, you're down one. Dust is global, but Texas, you're going to have to eat this one. I need y'all to knock it the fuck off. You need to understand that somebody that would do something like this, or a group of women that would consider doing stuff like this, because be very clear, don't come down on this bitch if you the type of motherfucker that's stealing wigs off mannequins. I done seen 50 billion videos of y'all snatching wigs off mannequins in the hair store and stuffing it down your goddamn pussy. I done seen that several fucking times. So watch your step if you didn't say, you know, that hair's so expensive, I'd have stole it too. Know what I'm saying? Ladies, are y'all ready? Let me look at this chat real quick because I want to know who the fuck is ready to see somebody that would take a wig off of somebody in a casket. Mm-hmm.
I have no words. What is this? Gary Coleman? I don't know.
I can't do this. Black womanhood is taking L after L after L. Okay? What that type of situation, that wig wasn't going to help. You're going to have to start from scratch. I'm talking about you're going to need flour, eggs, cornstarch, that type of shit. You can't do this with the Jiffy mix. You're going to have to start from scratch. There's a whole lot of mental issues going on here, ladies. I'm going to go ahead and let you hear what the news report had to say about this woman, and let's go.
Well, for our top story this afternoon, a woman was arrested after attempting to take a wig from a corpse at a Tyler funeral home. According to the Smith County Sheriff's Office, Tanya Boyd, right here on your screen, went into the preparation room and removed the wig from a body. The funeral director told authorities that Boyd was at the funeral home early in the day and was asked to leave. When Boyd went back to the funeral home, employees saw her leave the building with a wig and did not realize it belonged to one of their clients. Boyd is charged with theft of a property from a human corpse.
Black women, where we at with it? I asked you a goddamn question. Where we at with it? Huh? Is it that important? So now do I have to be afraid if somebody touches your wig that you're going to go the fuck off? Probably so. Stay tuned, right? Stay tuned because that's what you're going to get around this bitch. Because she's fucking up black womanhood and making black women look bad out here, anybody that does it, I don't have any goddamn loyalty to you and not clowning you. I'm going to be as petty as possible when you out here with these type of mug shots and then you read the charges and the charge says fiddling with a motherfucking corpse's hair and you took the hair for yourself. All right? Yo, Lou Rawls looking ass got me all the way fucked up. Ladies, I am so tired of this type of behavior, and it's mental illness all over the goddamn place, and all the stuff that they do. They freak the fuck out and crash the fuck out at any given second, and it could be something pettier than a motherfucker around this bitch. What's happening, Snapple?
Do they have any, like, I'm just for my entertainment purposes, do they have her like walking out with the wig? on
Well,
surveillance or something. That's just so funny. I
they
wanted to see it.
do, but they didn't release it. Unfortunately, I
Oh,
looked so hard for it and I couldn't find it.
girl, she do look just like this nigga on the screen. Why is his ear? One of his ears is black, but is her ear black too? Now her matching down to the earlobe. But that's crazy. That's some truly degenerate ass behavior. Just imagine. I mean, like, what kind of level of depravity do you have to have, like, to? I mean, see the blacks. You know, nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred with them. Nothing, even if you know somebody is a thief, you might just maybe think, like, not a funeral home. They're not gonna steal. And then if they were gonna steal something, maybe they'll steal a knick-knack, a paddywhack. No, these motherfuckers are stealing wigs off of corpses. Okay, like they girl, I can't.
It's so important. You got to understand how important that would be. Usually people steal heirlooms and, things of value. But I had to stop for a second, ladies. It is of value. Some of these wigs are expensive as fuck, and it's very important for them to be presentable for the black community. If black people really liked natural hair, stuff like this just wouldn't happen. There would be no need for it. What is going on, Miss Aaliyah?
Girl, it's the fact that this shit made national news for me. But look at this grave robbing ass whore here. I mean, I just wonder what goes through your mind. Leave it to one of y'all to be staring down at a dead person thinking about how you want the wig off of the corpse's head. Even a dead woman's wig is not safe. Some people will steal absolutely anything that's not nailed down. I don't want shit from a dead person personally. That's just me. But y'all will take that hair right off the back of that horse's ass if you need it badly enough. I mean, it's not that serious, y'all. And she would have had a heart attack if that body sat straight up while she was in the middle of stealing the wig. That's what should have happened while you were here playing.
Give me my shit back. What's happening, Cassie?
No, because the lid ain't tell no lies. They will snatch it off the horse ass, not even wash it first, just put it on their head. Wasn't it a news segment a while ago going around talking about how there be some bugs and sometimes in the hair because sometimes when it comes from directly from the scalp, it's not properly washed, and you brush
You
your ass
ladies are
off.
way too psychic. Y'all are
Oh,
way too psychic. I swear before heaven and earth. Lady, she's been an embarrassment in her community for a very long time. Unfortunately, this the type of shit that gives the manosphere their flowers. Let me tell you something. You know he wasn't going to let it pass, right? I said, you know that he wasn't going to let it pass, right? Ladies, every goddamn news segment that has something ridiculous on it and a black woman is involved, they don't miss. You have to remember, right? They have tons of fans and the fans send inboxes. I have a little under 12,000 subscribers and I get at least 200 to 300 inboxes a day. Imagine how many inboxes I can't say that out here. This nigga gets in his inbox when it's time to embarrass black women. And ladies, he went the fuck off. He put it full mass and he's down there at the bottom going all the way in. Sorry, not the fuck sorry. Snapple, you got anything on this? Because you know he wasn't going to let this pass.
I mean, is that his twin in the mugshot? It could have easily been him. They look just alike. I mean, look, he needs to just shut the fuck up. I have no words for this. I can't. Like, of course he's gonna, as we've said, these niggas are just trying to deflect. So they're gonna latch on to any opportunity they can to throw the mammies under the bus because they are absolutely deviant and deranged and depraved more than black women, in my opinion. Because I'm sure if we want to go picking out stories of some shit they only exclusively do, we could do that too. So fuck this nigga. But that looked like his twin sister right there, identical twin sister.
The thing is, he's balding as well, okay? He had the nerve to do a piece on this, and his hair is slowly but surely. His hairline said, fuck you, nigga, I'm out. His hairline divested. I'm looking at the chat. Cassie, what's up? His hairline been divested since probably 2014.
And that beard getting real patchy every single day, and I just love that for him. Honestly, anything that they get, any chance they get to talk about black women, they're gonna talk about black women. Fuck these niggas. But I can't, I can't lie about the fact that she looks like him. Honestly, dude that was on the screen look a little bit more softer in the face than she do. I don't know. It's something about her face that just really. But she looked like she looked like what she's been through. But also just accept your hair. You know what I mean? Like accept your hair or go to the store and buy it. That's my thing. Leave the dead folks alone. That's my thing. Leave them
Yeah,
alone.
quit smashing and grabbing. You don't want your rap sheet to be saying that you around here stealing wigs. Okay, ladies, here's the deal. Here's the deal, okay? Remember the black community said that natural hair was amazing around the 2010s up into the 2010s. There was a massive natural hair movement. With that being said, this cockeyed bitch here, right? That would be a decent look, I guess. I mean, ladies on the panel, is her hair good? Is it
Why
That's
does
dark?
it have to be
Rasputia.
red? Why does it have to be red? Just why?
Aaliyah
But it would
said
have been good black.
Rasputia.
Yeah. It looks soft. I'll say that. It looks cotton. Like some people have like that cotton soft hair. It looks like it's probably really soft to touch.
Okay,
That's
Aaliyah.
why you laughing, DZ. You know that's Rasputia Lattimore.
Damn, Aaliyah, you called out her whole government, Lattimore. Okay, well, I tried homegirl with the red hair, but let me tell you about homegirl with the red hair. So she wears a wig every single day, every day. She's at work right there. Okay, well, why is she wearing a wig right there? Well, something happened at work. She was working, okay, and she felt something in that wig. All right, and then she snatched it off. She worked with a couple of white girls, so you know how curious things can get, right? So they wanted to see what the fuck was in that wig. Ladies, there was a whole bug in that fucking wig. Let's go.
It was a bug in my wig, y'all, so I snatched it off.
And now I can't. I'll send you $600.
I know. I see. I wasn't going crazy. It was it's something in that wig.
Hey. I don't think
It's like it's not inside the wig. Like the part that was on my head is in the hair.
Oh, wait a minute. I just need something. Yeah, you got a big bug in your wig.
What is that? Let me see.
What the heck?
Oh, it's a beetle. Yeah, you had a beetle.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that wig back on today.
What? She's getting it out.
No.
See?
How did it get him?
Oh my
Oh!
It probably fell out the tree. Yeah, it's just a beetle.
Ladies, you know good and hell well you doing way too much and not washing your hair enough. If you're gonna be a mammy, a pick-me, a mule, you hey look at me type bitch to try to get black men to like you, because that's all that is. They figured out that black men do not like natural hair, so a lot of them wouldn't be caught dead with that goddamn what's on that screen. They don't want anybody to see their natural coils. Okay. You're doing way too much when a beetle can get through the goddamn hair itself and up under the goddamn, what is that, knitted part? I don't know what that part is that you put directly on your head. But you're walking around with bugs in your head because you don't want to be seen without it. Therefore, you don't take it the fuck off. That's one of the worst nightmares of the mammies, being seen without that goddamn wig. So I'm calling cap and fraud on the black girl magic goddamn movement and the natural hair movement. You were simply doing that shit because black men told you to do that, and they capped to your ass too. Ali, you got anything? I thought that was fucking disgusting.
It is, because what the hell did she just take it out the box and put it on her head? She didn't bother to wash it or anything. That's just disgusting. So imagine walking around thinking you cute and you feeling something crawling around under your wig and you take it off. It's a whole beetle under there. Girl, I
And
have
then
no words.
Aaliyah, it stink. You know that wig stink. Oh my God, I
Yes.
gagged so hard looking because I think the beetle was dead. You know how stink underneath your head gotta be if the beetle gets in your wig and dies while in your wig. And they have no fucking shit. They have no shame. You couldn't pay me money to put this online and to ask anybody to take out. I will be so embarrassed. That is so embarrassed. She just keying. The girl
And
got
you
on
gotta
gloves. You
think
can see
too,
that.
a beetle is not an ordinary bug. Like, where the fuck did
Yes.
you get this
Oh,
wig from?
Ain't no
Girl.
a
goddamn
dead
telling.
person at this point.
Lord have mercy. Ladies, these bitches are dead ass serious about these wigs. Again, like I said, they don't want to not to be caught without the shit. I wish you loved yourself more. I wish that you weren't so serious about these wigs that you went to your friend's house and stole it. And I wish that you weren't so serious about the wig that you went over there to beat her ass about that stolen wig because you saw her on Instagram rocking your wig. Ladies, this is a serious situation with this shit. Black women's self-esteem is low as fuck. So when they be out here acting like I'm the boss, bitch, get with, blah, 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 they are full of fucking shit. They're looking for validation. Okay? This bitch went to her goddamn best friend's house to, procure her goddamn wig. Let's go.
Why the fuck did you play with me? Why the fuck did you play with me right now, bitch? What the fuck you mean you don't got it? Find it! You posted in it! Fuck the clothes! Where my wig? Where my wig? Where's my wig? You just posted in it! Where the fuck is my wig at? What are you talking about? Where the fuck is my wig at?
I don't have no wig of yours.
You know what?
Where my wig? Is that Sorbet house? I don't have no wig.
You know what?
I don't have no
Where my wig at?
This is a serious ass situation. And did you hear the demon in her fucking throat about her wig? Ladies, I don't buy that you love yourself. When you can find videos like this, right? The prior video, and you taking it off of dead bodies, going into funeral homes and robbing caskets for the wig, cap. I don't think you love yourself. I think you're doing a lot of bloviating, and it's annoying. Okay? It will reflect in your behavior and the way you carried yourself if you actually loved yourself. It's certain things that the mammy does that you would not be caught doing out here in public if they actually love themselves. All right? Anyone of you got anything on this before we get to some tea?
All I got to say to that is we have to, before our president leaves office, we have got to make asylums great again.
Yes.
We have been talking about this over here for a while. A lot of these people are mentally ill, and you all need some type of therapy, some type of help. You need to be put away. Because if you're going to act like this over a wig, the way you are damn near demonic and homicidal over a fucking wig, that's problematic. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, but it's so many people running around. We have got to open up these asylums, y'all, and put some of these people back in.
I agree 150%. Y'all cool? Because I got some interesting news after this wig situation. Go ahead.
I wanted to comment on Hot Cheeto Head girl.
Yes,
you know how like the culture of wigs and weaves for the blacks is that they pat their head if it's itchy, they pat it, like they start hitting themselves in the head. So the white people there, the white ladies that had the gloves on, they probably were very alarmed, like, why is she hitting herself in the head? And then they probably wanted to help her, but it's like she really embarrassed herself because, but I guess I have a couple thoughts. One is that culture is nasty and dirty. They know they don't keep proper hygiene underneath them wigs and those sew-ins. So they're so accustomed to it being itchy and patting their weaves that when they have a fucking beetle or a roach or a bed bug in that motherfucker, they think it's another day in Blackistan and it's just a regular itch. So that's one. That's why she didn't know it was a fucking beetle up in there, because she's always patting that fucking weave or patting that wig instead of just, not having dirty hair underneath and washing it regularly. Anyway, what she could have done is she could have taken her ass to the bathroom and inspected and figured it out herself. That was so embarrassing on so many levels. She embarrassed herself in the office, and then she put it on social media as well. So that's just one of those things where it's like sometimes things do happen, but everything don't have to be like a post, So that was that. And then the girl and the demonic girl about the wig. First of all those black girls wear the same wigs. They all have the same fucking wig. So how did she know that was her wig? They all got to go to the same beauty supply store and get the same fucking wigs, trying to look like baddies. So, Baddies, the show. So, she's really crazy. Like, maybe the girl did steal her wig, because if they're going to steal wigs off of corpses, I mean, I guess maybe they stealing from each other too. But it very much could have been, like, not her wig. So I hope she got arrested, because she sounded very, very dangerous.
I don't know. I have no idea, but she did sound like she came to kick ass and take names later. So, ladies, I gotta put something together for you. All right? Gen X, your mama and them listened to this group. I can promise you she did. I can promise you this is loose ends, okay? And they had so many popular singles back in the 80s. These motherfuckers, a lot of people don't know that they're from Britain. That's number one. They're from Britain. And they have been one of the most sampled groups in hip hop, okay? Taking the beats and putting rap lyrics over it. They were highly popular, okay? You know, I don't give a fucking shit about those two niggas. I really the fuck don't. We're talking about Jane Eugene in the middle. Okay. Ladies, when I was a little girl, my parents met her. And from what I remember, she was really, really nice. A very, very sweet person. Because we were all there. It was a family picnic. I won't tell you where it was because I don't want to dox my motherfucking self. Pull up, right? She was very, very kind from what I remember. Okay. Time has passed. This is one of their other album covers. Okay. Get a good look at these two niggas. Because I got a problem. That's them today. Now, you want to talk about that wall, motherfuckers? Do you want to talk about, because that motherfucker on the right looks like a searing hot pancake face motherfucker, like he's sitting on the grill at IHOP. He done turned into a fat fuck. He looks like a sideways facing shit emoji around this bitch. You want to talk about that wall? Because that's them three right there, right? You see the picture right here. That's that dude on the right. I want you to sear that. Now let's go back down. Huh? No, the fuck, the last people that needed to be bringing up a wall and hitting a wall after 25. He looks like, what is that thing? Grimace, that purple thing from McDonald's that they used to show the kids back in the day. You can get a toy and a Happy Meal. That motherfucker looks horrible. The wall, I don't never want to hear about no goddamn wall after a bitch turned 25. Are you out of your goddamn mind? PDF file? Yeah, that part. But anyway, she's a kind human being. And this is the thing. Like I said, they're from Britain. Okay? And she kind of got arrested by ICE. I'm looking at the chat. I said, Jane Eugene of Loose Ends reported to be detained by ICE due to allegedly overstaying for 19 years with her visa. Right? So why am I covering this shit? Why? Okay, because I bet you I got cloud watchers or some playback people that are going to say, DZ, you voted for this. Yes, the fuck I did. If your paperwork is not in order, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who you are. I stand 10 toes down on that. Now, flip side. Where's Jasmine Crockett? Is this thing on? You're fighting for gang members and motherfuckers that have committed heinous crimes around this bitch, right? And your mama grew up listening to this lady sing. So I got a question. Where the fuck is Jasmine? Where the fuck is the left-leaning nigga bitches that said that immigration and ICE was wrong? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not as popular to take up for her, but you'll take up. I can't, Aaliyah, you got anything on this? Because I haven't seen Jasmine miss anti-immigration on this.
She was too busy talking shit about Melania. That's where she is. She's never where she needs to be to run her big ass mouth. But I only remember one song that this group did, which was "Slow Down."
Mhm.
It's too bad she got deported. She overstayed her visa by almost 20 years, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what people got to understand, a visa has an expiration date, and you don't just get to ignore that. And I don't know what the hell is wrong with people. What part of illegal don't any of you understand? We cannot just walk into other people's countries and just never leave and then get mad when their government tells us that we have no right to be there, and then actually have the gall to try to protest and tear shit up for the rights of legal citizens when you're asked to leave. A lot of people are intentionally missing the point because they just don't want to hear it, and I still don't give a fuck. So for the 50 millionth time, it matters not how long these people have been here. If you gonna sit your ass in another country illegally for 2 or 3 decades and not once do you try to establish legal citizenship, then that's on you. But we're talking about people who, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Here's the thing. I got to go back to this comment. Again, lovely ladies, right? Sometimes written word can mean something different to you versus how the person that typed it meant it. Okay. Now let me ask you this. Hola, mi nombre es, right? Are you trying to ask because you genuinely want to know? Or are you saying Jasmine Crockett doesn't have ICE phone number, therefore she couldn't call ICE? I'd like to know. The link is pinned to the top, right? Because I'm not going to drag anybody on a misunderstanding. It is a general question. It is an honest, sincere question. I'd like to know what you meant by what is ICE's phone number. Anyway, go ahead, Aaliyah.
DZ.
Yes, ma'am.
Girl, you know, every time you mention Jasmine Crockett, I got to get a lick in. I'm sorry, it ain't about her, but you asked where she at. That bitch is licking her wounds because she only got 3 votes for a leadership position in the House Oversight Committee. Shade Room, why y'all didn't post that? Because y'all always posting her ranting and raving and shit, talking about she ate that. Okay, post that. She lost. Those Democrats do not fuck with her like that. But anyway, when you showed this photo of this group, girl, I thought this was Lauryn Hill and the Fugees, the throwback. I was like, but you know, good. She got the fuck up out of here. I mean, girl, who the fuck do you think you are? It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the sovereignty of this nation. Y'all can't come here and stay indefinitely. But you're right, DZ. Why is it that no prominent Democrat is mentioning this lady? Why do they only want to go down to the ICE facilities to beat up like actual criminals that are in there that have committed crimes and that are in gangs? But you see, this is the problem with Black women and why it's so ridiculous to me that they don't divest and that they continue to mule for the Democrat Party and for these kangs. Because example after example presents itself. Look, this is a perfect candidate for Jasmine Crockett and her crew to actually make some noise about. But because she's a Black woman, she doesn't fit the aesthetic of, I guess, whatever fetish they have with these immigrants. Like, she don't fit the mold. She looked too much like Jasmine. So she don't qualify for anything.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch? Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I think my mic got stuck. But, you know, I had to remember we're talking about people who are literally squatting in other people's homes and other people's countries. So the logic with a lot of them is that if I break into your house, that means I'm now a resident. And since I live here now, I should just be able to stay. Excuse me, you broke in to begin with. So let's start there. You know, and DZ has shown video after video of these people taking over other people's homes and having to be legally evicted, and then them tearing the shit up to be spiteful before they go. I'm just not getting all this outrage. Because as we can see now, a lot of these people are coming from hostile foreign nations and cultures that don't even really like or respect America. Yet they're showing their asses now that it's time for everybody to go home. No, go home and go back to your home countries that you claim are everything that we're not. You go make that great again. What's the problem? I'm just not getting all this crying.
I brought this woman here not only because she is, like, in some circles, ladies, a legend when it comes to, you know, to Black music. Sorry, not the fuck sorry. Okay, she was, at least to the boomers. Okay, I think this woman is going on her 70s at this point, 65, something like that. But she's boomer, and our mothers used to listen the fuck out of this shit. So here's the thing: if Jasmine and them were sincere, wouldn't they go ahead? Because listen, they brought, what is her name, Meg the Stallion, and all these weirdos to that goddamn campaign, right? This woman here is a legend in the Black community. Why aren't you using her? I shouldn't have to be telling you how to be a goddamn liberal, you dumb bitch. The thing is, she does not give a fuck about this woman. She doesn't give a fuck about what's going on with Black people like y'all think she do. Okay? That woman is a fraud and a fucking grifter. But here's the thing. Jasmine, will you go get him? I said, Jasmine, will you go get him? Because Jane's paperwork was off. Her paperwork was off. She was dead ass wrong for being here. Fine. Let her the fuck go. I don't give a fuck who it is. It could be my goddamn grandma. And if her motherfucking ass ain't got her paperwork by, adios, abuela, however you say that goddamn shit. But check this shit here. Are you going to get him? Huh? Are you going to get this motherfucker? He was born in, on U.S. soil, basically, right? I'm waiting. Are you going to get, because you care more about black men? Be very clear. Jasmine Crockett cares more about black men and their safety than she does women, period. She wouldn't have been going against only women in sports if, you're right, she didn't. Ladies, she's full of shit is what I'm saying. Cassie, you got anything?
And you see how DZ still gave this woman her flowers and said how sweet of a person she was and how talented she was, and still said, bitch, get the fuck up out of the U.S. Please don't ever get it twisted, okay? Good person, but no, you come here correctly. You do the proper paperwork to stay your raggedy ass here. That's just what it is. To this Jasmine bitch, she is going to be a mammy until the end of time. Right now, she real quiet though. I don't know what she cooking up, but she been real quiet these last couple weeks, and I'm wondering when she gonna pop her raggedy ass out. She might be quiet on this one because she knows she got some hitters at her head, but eventually when things die down, oh yeah, she gonna be sucking it down to the base to try to get his ass some help because she don't care about nobody else but these raggedy black men, and we all know that.
It is what it is, ladies. I like I said, I don't give a shit who it is. You're going to have to follow the law. Black women, keep your paperwork crisp. That's all I got to say. Keep your paperwork crisp. Ain't no cutting corners around this bitch. Y'all still, to this day, while this microphone is on, going to jail for PPP loans. Ladies, black men didn't build you a goddamn thing. And those shortcuts that you keep taking, lying to the government, you're going to get your ass folded the fuck up. It is what it is. Ladies, they didn't build you shit. And then always got something to say about your hair, your nails, how big you are, how small you are, how loud you are, what you do with kids. You a single mother, you ain't high value, none of that shit. And you still listening to them. They can't help you. You need to go ahead and integrate and always make sure your paperwork is crisp. Stop driving around this bitch with a suspended license. I'm seeing a lot of black women doing that too. What's Tia, Leah?
She hasn't been as quiet as Cassie's trying to give her credit for. But she was just talking shit about Melania the other day, sitting up there in her big bird shirt. I'm glad you got my message, bitch, because you put on something that looked similar to what I was saying. I said, yeah, so I'm glad you got it. But here's the thing. I heard so much shit about this dude. See, the stories are never what they appear to be on the surface. And when you dig a little bit deeper, that's when you get to the bottom of the issue. I heard this nigga got all kind of crimes and a rap sheet as long as my fucking arm. See, they don't want to address none of that. But I'm gonna need these people to stop telling us exactly what we voted for. You cannot speak for us. We voted to get these people the hell out of this country, and civility is nice, but it's not a requirement. So let's talk about why this is happening. And since nobody wants to take any accountability, y'all are doing all this crying now, but you didn't want to cooperate. Y'all forced Holman and ICE to take to the streets because you didn't want to grant them access to the jails. You wanted to blatantly disregard detainment orders from ICE. You wouldn't hold the prisoners for transport. You wanted to let the criminals out of the back doors of the courthouses, and you refused to hand these criminals over to ICE when you had them in custody. So let's talk about all that. That means they had to catch them out on the streets. And when they catch them out on the streets, you can't play favorites. Everyone has to be treated the same or held to the same standard, which means that anybody could get the smoke, including your nanny, your cleaning lady, or the landscaper. Had these sanctuary cities done the right thing by working with the federal government from the beginning, this wouldn't be like this. But they don't want to talk about their part. So therefore, I don't want to hear this shit now. I do not care. It didn't have to be like this. So I'm not upset about them ending temporary protected status, birthright citizenship, or any of that shit. Get rid of all of it. America is full. Your request is denied. They've been exploring laws that were not created for them. These people have talked shit about Black Americans since they bought their dirty foot asses across those borders, whether it was the northern border or the southern border. They came here and they benefited from shit that was not intended for them. I said what the fuck I said. They used and abused the system to crowbar in their children, and then they gave us Americans their asses to kiss. I don't care. Get the fuck out.
That part. She said what she said. Ladies, I'm getting everything I voted for. Pull up, okay? You can call it whatever you want to. Ladies, this nigga. Let me look at this chat. Put a 1 in the chat if he fine. Is he cute? Because here's the thing. I don't know. I promise you, I don't know. I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to appear more divested than the next bitch. I'm Miss Clementine said to 0. Okay. Okay, it is what it is. Well, being that mammies have made black men feel like they're amazing, just simply amazing, even if they look like freshly cracked shit, right? They think that they're the prize. With that being said, a lot of them think that when they're with you, that they've settled for you. You are to be settled with when no other avenues were available. Okay, that's what the black man feels. Well, let's keep going for a second because he had a question for not you with that purse on. That's a purse. Move around. He says on his video, serious question for Asian, Latina, and white women. What do y'all think that question was? Well, on his next picture, because he thought he was eating, okay? Look at his ugly ass. He put several pictures of him up here, okay? What's one thing a guy like myself does that makes you think I could fall for him? What? Ladies, look at him. He looks a hot, funky mess. He looks like, you know how people have those back rolls, okay, because they're slightly overweight. So their skin starts folding upon itself right there around the midsection. He got it. You can see his purse strap right in his fold. That fold gets funky as fuck. As a nurse, I've smelled several of them fucking folds and they smell goddamn disgusting. That's why they got these new, I don't know why everybody funky these days. Got these new body deodorants. Yes, ma'am.
Are those love handles?
Listen,
the fat on the side.
Look, he got those fat folds in his back. The love handles are like more waist, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about in the back. In the back, those are fat fucking folds that smell like armpits when you don't keep them dry. Huh? It starts smelling like mildew and shit. His face looks goddamn cruddy, flat, and disgusting. His teeth look like they haven't been flossed in forever. Y'all can't see it from the chat, but he looks terrible. But he says he's a prize. And he's going to skip over black women and ask the Asians and Latinas and white women a question. But he didn't expect something to happen. Okay? Ladies, other races of women see these men. They do. They always have, but you always had your, methany in them that will go ahead and go along with it. Well, today, right, these days, everybody's finding their corner because this is a fucking reset. I said what I said. So everybody's going where the resources are, where they're allocated, where they have the potential to be so that they can preserve themselves, i.e., put themselves first. So this woman, she looks white, but she could be Latina. Her name is Dakota. And she answered the fucking question. He wasn't expecting that shit. She told him, be a better advocate for your community instead of running to ours hoping to be saved. I'm looking at the chat. Huh? She told him, be a leader in your community. Love yourself more and love the very woman who brought you. Ladies, I can't. At this point, you're having non-black women having to check because these women are going back to their respective corners. They don't have time to play this. Who do they prefer? Who's more feminine and all that shit? That game is fucking over because the veil has been lifted and everybody can see what a black man is, right? She said they ain't gonna pick up they fucking slack. So he comes down here saying, where did I say I didn't like black women? And ladies, I want y'all to see the game he's playing in your face. He's essentially saying he didn't like you from the fucking post. And that's what she read from it. But she never mentioned anything about fucking nobody, about getting no bitches, none of that shit. She said, clean up your goddamn community. And ladies, that's what I've been telling you about what mammies should have been telling these niggas from the get-go. This is what you're seeing right here. It's called a requirement. It's called a boundary. You don't have to pick these niggas up off the ground and take them where they need to go so that they can go ahead and leave you for their preference. And he wasn't even talking to you, but the ladies, the black women, they came up over here, right? She read your ass, period. Bitch, listen, stay out of that conversation. Did you hear what I said? Why are you putting a comment down there? She's read him for filth and none of you should be coming to add to that shit. Ladies, it got 884 more comments than what you're seeing on this screen. Aaliyah, can you talk to me?
Hey, I'm gonna need Becky to hang in there a little bit longer. We need you. Where you going? But see, he fucked up though, because he asked them what they like in a man. Okay, Man is the key word there. You got to be a real man first before you ask this question. So let's start there. And so how long ago did I tell these black men to opt out of this manhood conversation because they don't know anything about it? I guess y'all needed to hear that from another group of women for it to be true. Newsflash. No matter the color, when a grown-ass woman wants a grown-ass man, unless she's deaf and mute, it won't be you. Because any woman with a working pair of eyes and ears who has had internet access for at least the last 2 decades, she has seen and heard how you act. So why would she intentionally sign up for that? And that's all this is. They're coming back to let you know, yeah, we seen you and we heard you. We see how you talk about the women in your own community. And then that's why he tried to come back and clean it up. And nobody's really buying it because all of them do that shit. They sit up and they bash women, black women, and talk all kind of shit. And then when they get called out, they try to pretend like, well, I dated black women. That's usually the first lie they tell. Oh, I don't have anything against black women. This is just what I would prefer. That's where that word came from to begin with anyway. When they start getting called out by other groups of women, it's not that I don't like them or I don't date them. It's just that I prefer some. And that's why we've always hated that shit over here. Take that preference shit elsewhere. We don't give a fuck what you like.
That part. And go natural. You nappy-headed wig-wearing nigga. What is going on, Snapple?
Girl, this fat ass fucking fanny pack wearing ass weird ass nigga is very odd. Like, even the way he formed the question was weird and odd. The way he was posing and standing in the photos and the selfies. Like, first of all, I'm gonna need you so-called men to stop taking selfies, okay? Because that's weird for y'all to be doing. And you know, like, you could tell, like, he's just fat and like awkward, and he doesn't know how to approach women in real life. And any woman he does approach probably runs away or calls the police or hurts his feelings. So he wants to run to TikTok and try to pander for some engagement. And it's just really, really, really pathetic. But you could just look at him and tell he gets no play. He's a fucking weirdo. And I'm honestly surprised that the black women in the comments didn't try to check Becky, because, you know, they are so warped that I'm surprised that they said what they said, because I thought they would have came over there and said, don't tell him what to do. Stay out of our business. You know how they be sometimes. So I'm like, okay, girl, I guess. But like,
and Snapple, that was the intention. That's why he said, who said I don't like black women? He thought the same thing you thought, huh?
Yeah, because that's how they be acting. But, you know, they probably still did that a little further down in the comments somewhere. But like, I'm with Aaliyah, like, girl, Becky, we need you for your services. Like, you need to you need to stay and keep taking out the trash. I understand, don't nobody want these roaches, but look, y'all gotta do it. Y'all gotta take up the mantle.
What's going on?
And let's be honest, he really wanted to say Asian, Latino, and white men. That's what he really wanted to say. You can tell me that man is not gay. Okay. You cannot tell me that. But
you Borgen, girl. Awkward. You Borgen again.
Am I?
Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
Lord, my house don't like me today.
It's all good. It's all good.
To answer the question that was just on the screen, they do shit like that because they try to spark outrage in black women. That's that nagging shit that they're known for doing. That's why they'll jump out there and put out questions like this on the internet and make it deliberate that they're not talking to you directly or specifically, that they're talking to other races of women. So you get to show up to their comment section upset and outraged. Like DC said, even if you're just showing up the cosign, why do you feel that is necessary for you to say anything at all? Sometimes y'all are gonna learn you can say a lot more with just your silence sometimes. Say less. Black women still have not learned how to say less. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to be there. It's a lot of shit that I see that I will never ever comment on online. I'm not typing out shit. I'm not giving you the satisfaction of even giving you my reply. Fuck you. Fuck your ass. It don't matter to me. I don't care what you say. They live for this type of shit. They sit online. A lot of these motherfuckers are bored, and all they do is sit up and neg black women all goddamn day long. And so they put out stupid ass questions like this because they know that these bitches gonna show up trying to explain themselves to them. Stay out off they shit.
You couldn't be more
Gosh.
right. She is absolutely right. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I'm like, look at you. Get him, Becky. Get him. He's supposed to love us. Girl, go find a goddamn twisted hair tutorial around this bitch. Go ahead, Snapple. I can't.
Somebody in the comments said he probably knock kneed. He do look like he give knock kneed too. Like he just bad built, awkward, can't dress, asking weird ass questions. That question was so fucking weird to me. The way it was formatted, it's just he gives creep vibes. But Cassie, don't worry, it's raining where I'm at, so I'm surprised my shit ain't start cutting out. We're gonna be in this together.
Girl, it's so bad right now.
Check it, ladies. Check it. You so goddamn busy in their fucking business, okay? Ladies, this is a wedding planner. All right? She said she hated being a wedding planner. It's a storm coming my way too, y'all, so y'all ain't by yourself. So she got in her feelings about one wedding that she planned. It was between a black man and a white woman. Y'all know that goddamn tradition where black folks jump a broom. It comes from the plantation. After they exchange vows, they jump over a broom and then they kiss and they're officially married. Boom. That's it. That's all. Well, this black man was going to do it at his wedding because he black and that's what the fuck he wanted to do. She was their wedding planner, hating the entire time, right? Let's go.
Okay, this is how I feel. I was a wedding planner, right? Oof. 18 months and 2 days. Don't recommend it. The one thing I did stop one time was this black man who was marrying this white girl. He thought he was jumping the broom. When I tell you they could not find that broom, they couldn't find that broom.
He really was about to do.
That's what he thought. He thought he was.
That
about
was
to
a good
jump the
idea.
broom.
I'm sure his mama was like, "Thank you, whoever would."
Child, that broom probably still in that building behind that ice cooler because that's exactly where I put it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Not on my watch.
No, the ancestors will not allow that.
Not
jumping the broom with
jumping the broom with your master.
With some pink toes.
Jumping the broom with the master.
That boy done lost his mind. I ain't never heard that.
He lost.
I'm sorry, what? Why even take on the job? Black women, we got to do better with this bullshit. First of all, why you against it? It's one less nigga y'all got to worry about. Pull up. You already know they hate your guts. When they marrying Becky, it's just one less nigga you got to worry about in your community. But my question is, bitch, why did you take the goddamn job if you were so against the shit? And what I found very interesting in that comment section, right? You mammy bitches are reporting her to Anton Daniels. I'm looking at the chat. This bitch in the comments reporting you to Anton Daniels like he's some sort of goddamn, commander in chief when it comes to relationships and shit. Ladies, what's going on? Aaliyah, you got anything on this? She hid the damn broom.
Girl, I cannot. Black women are the only ones that would be somewhere doing some bullshit like this. Meanwhile, they're online saying that love is love and all this other shit, and they don't owe black women anything, and they don't have to necessarily marry a black woman, and they're still pretending to be very much pro-black while they're with non-black women and every damn thing else. See, that's the type of shit that's gone on in this community for decades at this point. It's always been that way. And so for you to run around and say you don't care, you're so unbothered on one hand, but then you're plotting and scheming and sabotaging on the other hand, you look very fucking bothered. Nobody was buying that shit then. That's why don't nobody buy it when you say it now. You're not serious. You still competing with Becky for these niggas. You still care. These niggas don't care nothing about that master shit. Because whether you hid the broom or not, I'm almost certain he still got married anyway, even though she did that shit. We ain't got to jump the broom. Let's light the unity candle. It's more than one way to get married. So she probably didn't stop shit. If you know a nigga, when he trying to marry a Becky, that's what the fuck he gonna do. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to stop that. And why would you want to, more importantly? If a nigga want to go, let him go. Why you trying to keep somebody that don't want to be killed? That shit is desperate and it's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be that hard up to hang on to anybody that wants to be set free. If you want to go, go. I'm not doing all of that. I mean, do you not have any pride or dignity or anything?
It's embarrassing, y'all. It's embarrassing. Snapple, you got anything on this? I thought this was ridiculous. And I hope they come across that clip, by the way.
Yeah, that was very unhinged and unprofessional what she did, and that just shows like the I can't even. I can't get my words out. But that was very out of line what she did. If somebody paid her for a service, she should have left all that shit at the door. And that's the problem with Black women. And then we always say they struggle with boundaries. And like that was just unacceptable. Like if you're that fucking triggered and certain, I mean, they want to be entrepreneurs so bad and brag about not having 9 to 5s. Don't you have the choice then to decline taking on certain jobs? So if you felt so triggered by an interracial couple that you couldn't provide the service and be professional and just deliver, then you should have just not taken them on as clients. The fact that she did that is so unethical, unprofessional. It's really almost criminal what she did, because she ruined the experience. I don't give a fuck about the nigga. I'm just saying, like, in general, as a consumer, as a person, you know how it is when you plan a wedding. Like, I'm sure the bride was looking forward to that. I guess it's like symbolic, the jump in the broom thing. But Black people, they think about slavery all the time. So I don't know if it's about slavery. I don't know if the fucking jump in the broom is about slaves or not. Let them tell it. Saying good morning is about slavery. So I don't know. But, and it's sad because this girl is pretty. I was looking at her before she started talking. I was like, oh, she's pretty. I like her presentation. But then she started talking and I was just like, oh God.
This is the type of bitch that'll do the same shit to us, okay, when we out with our significant others. They give poor service because she does not agree with interracial dating. And if you that way, you cannot be a wedding planner. What's going on, Cassie?
I'm just testing. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep, for now.
Okay. I know Rex acted a fool, but I was gonna say, DZ, you are right, because remember I told you a while ago about that coordinator and what she said to me and my fiance while playing. Problem is with a lot of these mammies is that, like I always say, they lack professionalism and decorum. They do not know how to turn it on and off. Why are you like Aaliyah said, why are you some motherfucking desperate and pressed about what the next nigga doing with his woman? It should not matter to you. You are there to do a job, to do a service. You do your job, you take your ass home. Why are you so worried about what the fuck they got going on? This is a business. You are a professional and you should behave as such. And it make no, and then you went on you said this with a camera in your face, lights shining and everything. Like you said, I hope they find her stupid ass, because who does that?
I know one thing. If I was them, I would be filing a civil suit. Point blank, period. I'm gonna need my goddamn shit back after you hid my shit. Because if she'll do it to him, she'll damn sure do it to interracially dating Black women. Pull up. And Black women out here getting your bag. Ladies, do not let your love for a nigga stop you from getting your goddamn bag. Fuck that bullshit. You don't know them. Get your goddamn money. You want them problems? I mean, do you want that nigga? Oh, yes, ma'am.
Do y'all remember recently? I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was pretty recent. There was that viral TikTok story. There was like a wedding photographer, and I think that was also an interracial couple, but it was a Black woman and like maybe an Asian man. Yeah, and she was so obnoxious. They had to put her out and everything, and she made a story time and was crying and stuff. She was so triggered and jealous by that fucking wedding that she did everything she could to be a nuisance and destroy it. This is not an anomaly. These bitches are fucking weird and obsessed with these niggas, and it's like, y'all need to free yourselves. Y'all need to free yourselves mentally and emotionally. Y'all need to stop this shit. Y'all could experience so much of a better life. Stop putting these niggas at the forefront. You're making fools of yourself. You're sabotaging your career and your opportunities, and you're embarrassing yourselves. And you're embarrassing Black women as a whole. And for what? For a nigga that wouldn't throw fucking spit on you if you were on fire. They the first one to throw Black women under the bus, and they will not snap out of it. They say we're crazy and we're bedwenches and we hate ourselves because we don't give a fuck about these niggas. Meanwhile, look at what they're doing, and they think they have some room to talk. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, this shit is nuts. It is nuts. I wonder if she's married. I don't know much about this woman, but she got people in the comment section reporting y'all to Anton Daniels, like like you some sort of like you got to answer to him. But let me tell y'all something. No, it's all good. This what y'all doing. I said this is Tiana Taylor, and she's with that Green Goblin ass nigga today, right? Don't learn lessons. Y'all remember Tiana Taylor. Okay, and her and her children were sitting in the dark in a house because of her ex-husband that was dragging her and her kids through the mud. She didn't divest. She went back in for round 2. And that's what they all do. And this is the type of bitch, right? This is the type of bitch that'll tell her she's doing good thing, boo. Try again. Love this for you type shit. Knowing good and hell well she just got drugged through the mud by a black male. It is sad that she is freshly out of a toxic relationship and jumping right back into another one. And y'all see who's in the comment section, right? Her co-star from that god-awful movie Straw, right? Taraji P. Henson. So good, babe. What were you going to say, Aaliyah? This is ridiculous.
Now, I was just about to say, if you notice, a lot of times, that's how they find a lot of these posts, these tweets, these videos. It's always some bitch, some mammy-ass bitch, one of their followers tagging them to the shit. They can't wait to throw another black woman under the bus. You tag him over there because you know what he's about to get ready to do. You want him to do a video about this woman and start dragging her and talking shit. So that's just that's more that backstabbing shit that a lot of these black women do, where they throw other black women to the wolves so they could be dragged by these niggas. That's why I said what I say about these bitches all the time. Avoid them if you can. Because this is the type of shit that they would do. They would serve you up to these niggas in a minute. They see some shit, they gonna tag their ass right to it. Hey, look, hey, come get this bitch right here. Because you already know what's about to happen. And she trying to stand up for what she think is standing up for black love and all this other shit. But your sister's serving you up to get dragged right there in the comment section.
Ain't that a bitch? And Amarachi, listen, I don't know the name of that movie. I just know that he was in some sort of DC Comics movie, and I'm calling his ass Green Goblin. If y'all know in the chat the real movie he was in, let me scroll down so I can show y'all his face, because I don't know the name of that movie, y'all. I don't fuck with black folk like that. What movie?
Y'all talk about Aaron Pierre's gay ass?
That dude right there. Who that is?
Aaron Pierre, yeah, that's the one that he's supposed to be biracial or some shit like that. And they had a problem with him playing a black man in the movie, like a black superhero. I think you spoke on him a couple times before. You probably don't even remember. That goes to show you his acting has not been that memorable. The roles he's had has not been that memorable. But we spoke on him before. I think he's supposed to be like the new Green Lantern or some shit like that.
There it is. You got it, Aaliyah. I called that bitch Green Goblin. Amarachi, my girls got me up here. I promise you I'm not lying to you when I tell you I don't fuck with these niggas. I called that nigga Green Goblin. Green Lantern. Thank you, Aaliyah.
If it's any doubt in y'all mind that he is of that community, I want y'all to Google his name and pull up those images. And if you don't see what I see, your ass is blind. That's all I'm gonna say. Because anybody that's looking at him could tell that he is part of the community. They better stop playing with this girl. But this is what y'all do. I said that from the beginning when they were talks that they were dating. I'm like, and you mean to tell me that this is the best Tiana could do? As bad as she is, as tight as that body, she keep her body? You mean to tell me this the best she could do? Black women keep limiting themselves because they don't want to give nobody else a chance. And that's the problem. You got to stop doing this. You already see you did something once. You fucked it up. It didn't work. I don't know why they're afraid to try something different. But I tell you what, if this what you like, keep your ass right where the fuck you at. Because like I said, I'm done trying to convince people to goddamn divest. We're not recruiting over here. Do not ever get that twisted. So keep your ass right where you are.
Somebody in the chat say he full black. All I know is he is looking like a nigga. She just got through fucking with a nigga, and he really took her by her edges and dragged her and her kids. Can you imagine a nigga turning off the lights in a big ass house, no electricity, leaving her and them kids in there, and she is back for round 2? Stamplin, you got anything? This is stupid as fuck.
And when those two were together, her and that other nigga, they were always getting posted everywhere. Black love, relationship goals. And I still remember when the divorce announcement or the separation announcement happened initially, she said, not too much on my bestie. That's what she said in a long fake ass caption, trying to save face, knowing that nigga was dragging her and putting her through hell behind the scenes. She wanted to hold on to that perfect persona so bad. And then you mean to tell me her bestie had her with the lights off and all this bullshit? And do you have Holly on here too? Because as soon as I seen this, I thought about Holly. Girl, I was scrolling Instagram earlier. I see Holly, Arialisha on a boat with a nigga. I said she got back with this nigga because it looked just like DVD.
It's not him. It's a carbon copy.
Right. I read the caption and I said, "Oh, that's not him." I said, "Oh, so she just got a replacement." I'm like, "So she didn't learn anything?" And I'm like, you know, I I guess I don't know. I was just like, wow, okay. So yeah. Wash, rinse,
a lot of them niggas looking just alike. You can't tell me DDG don't look just like Keith Lee. And it's another one that he looked like. A lot of them are looking just alike, just like A$AP Rocky and Travis Scott. Like all of them are starting to look just like each other.
Speaking of the persona and the wanting to have the stage presence and give black love, that A$AP Rocky bullshit. It's the same thing. That girl has lost $400 million behind that motherfucker. Simone Biles is another one. They will put up with so much shit to make sure that the narrative of black love exists. Then once they break up after all the havocs have been wreaked, right? I'm going to tell my story. They show up on podcasts and shit like that. Here's the thing. You can save it because we already know you're going through hell when you in bed with these niggas. I said, we already know that you're going through hell. You don't have to tell us the story. We know the story. We've seen it over and over and over again. Bitch, you good. You can save your time and money trying to tell us what the fuck you got going on. Because when we see that nigga, we already know it's toxic. We already know it's about him. We already know he's not appreciating you. And hopefully he's not knocking your motherfucking teeth out your mouth, bitch.
Girl, speaking of teeth, I'm concerned. Speaking of teeth, Rihanna, look now. Every time I see her teeth look browner and browner, and I just feel like
stop. Y'all think
I just saw those pictures of her, and I was just like, "This is okay." You're the billionaire baby mama now. You're supposed to have top notch health and dental care. So get this shit together, Rihanna. This is crazy to me. You know, these niggas and nigglets are sucking the life out of her right in front of our eyes. And nobody's saying anything. I was like, that's so cute. Oh my God, that's so cute, Rihanna. And it's like, girl, oh my God, this is terrible. She is deteriorating right in front of us just to push out these little nigglets.
Speaking of ladies, of Rihanna, I want to show y'all something. Not tonight. I'm going to have to do this shit behind the wall. It got too much copyrighted shit in it. And shit, fuck all this shit out here. Y'all need to see what A$AP Rocky had made and what it's parallel to. That's all I'm going to say. Next time we go live behind the wall, I have to show y'all this shit. That's going to be the first thing we talk about. Those parallels and those two things. And y'all jaw going to be on the fucking floor. Because how dare you? You hair braid. You wear your hair like a goddamn 5th grade girl from 1986. Nigga, you look terrible. You had the nerve to go. I ain't going to go there. With all this being said, ladies, I never want y'all to forget this classic ass motherfucking post that I shared with y'all way back in 2023. I don't give a fuck what a black man does. I'm not dating no white man. Well, you carry on. And what took me out about this, I kept this and I'm always going to keep this. The fact that she's dark skinned, the fact that she's made sure that wig was tight. Y'all should see her fucking page. She's constantly changing her name. She goes through the goddamn mud with these niggas and these are the type of posts she make. Be very clear. This is how Tiana Taylor feels. Be very clear. Rihanna feels that way. Oh, she'll roll in the hay with Leonardo DiCaprio for 5 seconds. But when it's time to exchange money, have transactions, put names on deeds, oh, that's going to be with a nigga. Be very clear about that. Either one of y'all got anything before I get into something hilarious? That it's called Count the Ways. Go ahead.
I'm actually happy they feel that way. That's what I was just saying a few minutes ago. By all means, if you feel that way, don't. Keep your ass over there. Because when they come over here playing, trying to fuck with white men because you couldn't get the black man that you wanted to act right, it's a bad look for women who genuinely prefer white men or want to date white men and be with white men. Why come playing these types of games? So if that's how you feel, by all means, please keep your ass right where you at. That's why I say a lot of people misunderstand us. Nobody over here is recruit. So if it's a black man for you only, it's a black man for you only. But the thing is, they still haven't gotten it yet. Y'all are the only ones all over social media doing this, saying this, because not once have you seen a black man who was not pandering get anywhere on anybody's platform and make this declaration so, definitively about y'all as far as when it comes to dating. None of them has ever said, look, I don't give a fuck what a black woman does. I'm not dating no white woman.
She dropped the mic.
When have you seen one of them say that?
Never. Not
okay.
Never. The black family doesn't exist. The black community doesn't exist. It's just a bunch of black people roaming around the world, and groups of them live in close proximity to each other. Be very clear about that. Because if you look up the term community, the black folks do not fit that goddamn narrative. If you take a look at your screen, this shows everything that I just said, okay? Ladies, the black family is so fucked up, and black women are still trying to make families with these niggas and then want us to go to their GoFundMes after their life implodes on their goddamn ass. Ladies, I have never seen anything like this in my life, and I've worked at hospitals for over 20 years. I have, and I've never seen anything like this. In this news report, I want y'all to count how many things are wrong and stereotypical about this goddamn video, okay? She doesn't know who her father is. He drifted the fuck off somewhere. Her mother died when she was very young. She ended up living with her aunt, not her aunt, her cousin, her older cousin, I believe, okay? Her mother didn't even bother to name her. That's how toxic the relationship was between the parents, between the mother and the father of this lady y'all getting ready to see. They didn't even bother to name her. Her birth certificate says girl. That part. Let's go, y'all.
Well, it has been a long fight for a Houston woman trying to legally change her name after she was born without one. Her birth certificate lists her name as girl, but she grew up all her life with another name. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia spoke with the woman and brings us her story.
Sandra Warlow is the woman's name, or at least that's the name she always grew up with. Her mother never named her during birth, then she died 9 months later.
It's just been real trouble. It's like, if I get one place to do one thing, they won't do.
Wrong thing number one. She's huge. It's time to lose weight. Let's go.
Do it to the other place does this. They won't do it to this place does that. And it's kind of really frustrating.
Built up frustration for Sandra Warlow, a woman born on November 11th, 1985 at Jefferson Hospital. She's tried time and time again to legally change her name from girl to Sandra.
It's frustrating to the point of, well, now, they're saying that person doesn't exist.
Sandra doesn't have a social security card, but she has her license. She receives SNAP benefits, but now...
Ladies, I can't with this shit. I can't. Daisy, sometimes people go through, you always judge people on food stamps. Okay, you'll be judging her on food stamps as well. Just wait a minute. Take a breath. Let's go.
Now she's running into trouble with that as well.
They've now sent me a paper stating that, the name and the social doesn't match. So now I need to come down there with my ID and my social security card. But how can I give them something that I never had?
Sandra's mother died and she never met her biological father. She was raised by her mother's first cousin, but never went through the legal process.
And Sandra, some people may ask, why doesn't she just, to make things easier herself, just have her legal paperwork say girl?
Even if I wanted to just leave it as girl, girl is going to be my legal name. They will not give me a social security card that says girl.
Overwhelmed, she's wanting to take a family vacation on a cruise, but is unable to. But one thing she is sure of.
Like I said, you won't be mad at me anymore. Food stamp and cruise don't go with the same bitch. Did you hear what I said? She said she's on SNAP, doesn't have a name, doesn't have a social security card, and she's planning for a fucking cruise. Everything is wrong with this video, all the way down to the goddamn smoke detector is going off in the background. I'm looking at the chat. Huh? Let's finish.
It's just to get my name fixed. Like, I've been in this world almost 40 years and I don't have a name. And for someone to tell you that you don't exist, or you have to prove your citizenship to some places and you literally legally cannot.
If you or someone you know is in a similar...
Nigga, fuck you. Don't nobody... Listen, ladies. I don't know. I might have one person in the clouds that's going through this shit. Okay. Take it. There's a way to fix this. If your state is giving you issues with it, retain an attorney. But this is the type of shit that happens in the Black community. When I did my research on her mother and father, it was kind of like a jump off situation. Don't we have jump off culture now? Well, this is the thing. Jump off culture has always been a thing in the community. I also think that I read, now don't quote me on this one, that her mother had substance abuse issues. Okay. This is completely toxic. The only thing that's abnormal with this shit is that she doesn't have a name. So Black community where? Black community where exactly? Aaliyah, what you think about this? This was a hot mess to me.
What in the bird box hell is going on here? Oh, for real. Like, that's the first movie I had actually seen where her children went through the movie being called girl and boy. She didn't give them names until the end of the movie. And you actually have somebody that's been walking the planet for the last 40 years and they never had a name. So it's like, how do you get anything if that's the case? Like, how can you buy anything? How can you rent an apartment? How do you get a bank account? Like, I guess I got so many questions. Like, how has she survived all these years without any of those things? Because, again, we can't. I have never been given anything. Everywhere you go, they ask for at least 2 forms of identification. So I'm trying to see how in the hell she got away with it all this time doing shit like that. But hey, it is what it is. I guess some things are just not meant for us to understand.
Hey, I don't get it either. I really don't. Snapple, you got anything on this? Because it just reflected the Black community for me. It really did. Everything except for her not having a name on her birth certificate. The fucking smoke detector, right? The SNAP benefits, but yet going on a cruise, being a baby mama, of course, being overweight. Count the ways. What's up, girl?
You know, I'm a little childish, so I was slightly disappointed. I thought like she was going by the name Girl all this time. Because I'm about to be like, girl. girl. But okay. You know, interestingly enough, when it was time to scam the government, let's talk about it. See, now that they're cracking down on the scammery and the entitlements, now you know people have to gotta start authenticating shit. Now it's a problem. But she managed to figure out how to get the food stamps initially. And she managed to figure out how to get the name Chandra or whatever the fuck she going by on the license. So to me, it's given, bitch, you are 40 years old. You have plenty of time after the age of 18 to go down to the city hall or wherever the DMV, whatever you needed to do to handle this. Why did it take you risking your food stamps getting taken away? Now it's time to move and shake. You know what I'm saying? They got their boundaries all the way fucked up. That Section 8 ass decor in the background, that tacky ass, big ass red letters talking about family across the wall, all this shit. That's Section 8 decor. Like that's what it's given. It's given the projects. And you're right. When I heard her say cruise, I said, "Our cruise." Excuse me? I mean, bitch, like, you know, again, they have a problem. A lot of these mammies have a problem with adulting in general and just keeping their documents in order and up to date. But I just feel like this is just another example too of people that have been scamming the system where they've been able to get motherfucking food stamps on taxpayer dime and they don't even have a fucking name. That bitch's name, Girl. Okay? And she was able to get food stamps for all this time. Lord knows how long she's been getting these motherfucking food stamps. And now that Big Daddy Trump is cracking down on the fraud, now she's shook. But it's like, that's the problem. They don't know how to be proactive. These Black people, they don't know how to be proactive. Everything is reactive. I mean, who wouldn't have gotten that taken care of way sooner? I'm sure there was plenty of hoes out here born to crackheads. I mean, it's not that serious. But now she has waited so long that's what's creating the complications. If she would have dealt with this shit when she was like 18, 19, this shit would have been so much easily fixed. But now it does give, bitch, do you need to be deported? So y'all know we just deporting everybody at this point. Bitch, you getting deported. I don't know where the fuck you was born, but you getting deported. Just because your name been Girl and you didn't do nothing about it sooner.
Let me check this back. Let me make sure this account is really what it says it is. Shane, is this your real account, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. How you ladies doing?
Fucking amazing. How are you?
I'm all right. Well, I don't have too much to add. I mean, because I was going to say what Aaliyah and Snapple would just said. Because how do you go on so long with and you're able to get rent apartment? How can you function in a society you don't have a legal name? And like I was just right before, I was like, I guess she'll be the next one deported because literally you are a non-person, you don't exist. And also the woman who raised her, why in hell she didn't get anything done? How was she able to enroll this girl in school? It doesn't make any sense. As the adult who raised this baby, it was incumbent upon her to make sure all of the paperwork was done. I don't understand. That's nuts.
I hate to be this person, but I think she probably took this girl on because it adds to the benefits in the monthly entitlement. I'm sorry, because if it had to be about care, you'd have went on ahead and took care of all her paperwork if it was because you loved her and you wanted her to, have somebody to help raise and all that good shit. If you're able to add 6 children instead of 5 children, well, that's going to increase your food stamps. You see, it's generational up there. They don't give a fuck. And like Snapple said, babe, she trying to get her shit right so her ass don't end up in what is it called, El Salvador. That's
not
what the fuck you doing.
She don't want to be an alligator Alcatraz. Girl, they down there shook about them alligators with ice caps on, bitch. You gonna get put somewhere because your name is Girl.
I saw that.
And one last thing too. I'm just thinking that somebody who wouldn't even get their paperwork together as an adult probably doesn't even know how to swim either. So why the fuck you going on a cruise, bitch?
Tell me you going on Carnival Cruise without telling me you're going on Carnival Cruise. Huh? Is Groupon still doing it? Are you putting the Carnival Cruise on Klarna? Huh? Listen, I can talk about my beneficiaries. What, DZ, you so me? No, I'm not. I know that there's a lot of taxes that go out of this motherfucker every April of every year. And if you're spending on our shit, I get to say something. Ain't no mind my business, right? You are my business. I'm feeding your fucking children. Whore! Huh? This is crazy. Yes.
She could have called maybe Jasmine Crockett and then, because they have been given illegal, all these kind of documents. I'm not sure if they've been given illegal social security cards, but I wouldn't be surprised. So that's what I'm saying. It probably wouldn't have been such a difficult fix, but she's waited all this time. So it looks suspicious. I would even be like, bitch, you fucking lying. Like, you're coming down here. You mean to tell me this is your age? This has been going on. You just now coming on here. No, I feel like you're trying to scam me right now.
That's what I would feel like. They've been giving them fake social security numbers, addresses, all kind of shit. They've been helping them get away with a lot of shit. Just like they got a whole app out there now that's letting them know exactly where ICE is gonna be. They're doing everything they can do to help these people get away from this shit, get away with this shit. And people still don't see how crazy and unhinged this shit looks for these people to be sabotaging our own government like this. And not just the government, the American people. It's the betrayal for me. Like, y'all set up and gave these people all our shit. You brought them in here. They don't even care about how this is a strain on our system. The way it's a burden. Even for us in the healthcare field, y'all have let people in here that do not speak a lick of English. We're having to find different ways to communicate with people who don't know the language. And they're looking at us crazy because we can't turn nobody away. It's like, what do you want me to do? I speak English. You got people in here that speaking Vietnamese and all kind of shit and all kind of these crazy languages. And we're having to use all different kinds of, we're having to have interpreters and translators and use all kinds of programs and shit. And then imagine trying to use an interpreter or a translator and you don't understand, you barely understand what the hell they saying because their accents are so thick. It's like, do they not care the situation that they put us in and the stress that they put us under when you got all these people in here and they're taking advantage of our public healthcare system, and you have people that's trying to serve these communities that can't talk to these people. They don't care how they fucked us over. That's why when I get up here, I'm not going to be nice about it because I have to deal with this shit.
It's a hot mess. During this reset, everybody going to have their paperwork in order. Even Girl Leisha. I see y'all down there in the chat. Girl Letta, right? And somebody said, girl, Leisha sound better than Sean. And I agree. Pull up. Ladies, speaking of food and food stamps, right? Again, going back a year ago, remember when I told y'all, and we told y'all, pull up, that Black women were not going to fare well. Ladies, on a serious note, they're closing all of your grocery stores. All of them. Okay. They are getting rid of 4 Krogers in Atlanta, right? That mainly serve Black folk. All right. You're going to have to get on the right side of history because your shit is closing, not only because it's underperforming, but theft is through the fucking roof and it's no longer profitable to have the place open. On top of that, there's a large population of people that use food stamps, and you know you only get a certain amount of cents on the dollar, close to 70 cents per dollar. Because of the food stamps, you don't pay any taxes on the shit. It just is what it is. Ladies, it's getting serious. Their food deserts are crazy. It's Pick and Save and a couple of other places. They're closing the fuck up. Closing up. The reset is happening. Also, in the middle of all of that, everybody's trying to get money, right? People having problems with their rent and everything else, to the point where, and I'm not going to play it because it's kind of risque up here. You can see it to the right. You got Black women helping these niggas traffic teens under the guise of, let me get you a new outfit. Your mama don't let you wear makeup. You can wear makeup here. Your mama don't let you have alcohol. Here's a wine cooler type shit. It's getting real nefarious out there. And this is to be expected. I told y'all this was coming because of this reset. And I told you Black women would not fare well. And ladies, they are failing miserably. I got to get me some sleep tonight because my motherfucking one-on-one schedule is goddamn it ridiculous for tomorrow. Okay? Y'all ladies, please, again, Black women are the number one enemy out here. I need y'all to be okay. I need y'all to keep your head on the swivel. I need y'all to refrain from doing crime. I need y'all to make sure y'all paperwork in order, whether you're an American citizen or not. But I'm talking to you women here in America right now. Make sure your driver's license shit is done. Make sure you go and get your emissions. Make sure you don't lie on government applications. Because ladies, the whip is being cracked. All right. It's time to integrate, assimilate, and live your best goddamn life. Pull up. Speaking of Black women, okay, I see that they clap when you leave. What are you talking about? I have a metaphor for y'all tonight, so you might want to stay to the end. We almost out your hair, I promise you. And we're going to scurry behind the wall, and we won't bother y'all for a while. For a while, we won't bother y'all. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all happy Independence Day before I get the fuck on. Pull up. Ladies, whenever they remove Black women from anything, grocery stores, planes, neighborhoods, classes, it's a sigh of relief when you leave. And that's a horrible area for Black women to be in, a horrible spot in life for Black women to be in. Please believe me when I tell you, you're public enemy number one. All right. I need 2 minutes of your time. Whenever you leave and people clap, that's a sign of something bigger. All right. And Black women, you got to get your emotions under control. Let's go.
I didn't even do anything. Officers, if you'll come and ask these witnesses, because I don't want to talk to her. I'm just trying to go home. And when we pull off, I will be quiet. I got to go pick up my son. Seriously, I've been having to pick her up since earlier. I'm on the phone with my mama. You're on the phone with my auntie. I didn't do anything. No, I'm not. You can come here. I don't want to go that way. Seriously. Yes, my mom on the phone. Like, because I literally been waiting 3 days to leave. I don't stay in Texas. I'm on the phone with my mama. I'm calm. I just want to go.
Can you come off the plane and talk to us?
No, I'm not, because they're going to drive off. I'm not getting off the plane because I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not. I will be quiet once the plane go off. I've already helped these people up. Like, did I do anything? I honestly didn't even do anything. I just want to go. I'm not leaving. Okay. I will do a lawsuit, everything. I'm not leaving. Okay, I'm not leaving. I want to go home. I'm not leaving. I want to go home. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not leaving. I'm going to go home. Seriously, I haven't did anything. I want to go home. I've been wanting to go home for 3 or 4 days.
12 seconds later.
If he was going to record it, I didn't know he's going to record. Like, for real. Like, dead ass. Fucking record me, get it, bitch. Record me. Beat him on the lip. 2 A's, 3 S's, TikTok. I'll start giving you social media names. Like, fuck. No, Destiny, nothing. Because I've been trying to be calm. Okay, you're good. No, I'm trying to. If you been fucking recording me, I'll give y'all a thing. I gave you a fucking thing. Like, bruh. I'm gonna, I don't give a fuck all these motherfuckers on this plane. Okay. Oh, God. Fuck everybody. Oh, God, I'm gonna get off this bitch. Like, fuck y'all. Oh, God, I slap everybody on this bitch. Police be here. I'm gonna go to the support, bitch. Like, are you still gonna walk with me? Can you please walk with me? Because I'll be comfortable. Because I'm about ready to slap everybody gonna fuck with me. Dead ass. Dead ass. Dead ass. I'm gonna put my none of this shit. Like, for real. Because I'm trying to go to my son. I'm like, no, don't say shit to me. I'm gonna get that shit. I don't want nobody say nothing to me. These the foul ones. Like, yes. Dead ass. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Anybody got a camera on the stuff, y'all better grab me. Y'all better grab me. If anybody got a camera, or what, I'm slapping the fuck out of y'all shit out here. Anybody got a camera? I'm dead ass. Anybody got a fucking camera? I'm slapping the fuck out of anybody.
Be very clear. That there is a metaphor about how the earth feels about black women, especially here in the United States and over in the UK. Okay? It's a horrible situation to be in. And ladies, that whole trope doesn't work anymore. I'm a crazy black bitch and I'll slap everybody. Well, you're going to get fucked the fuck up out here because nobody believes you anymore. Oh, they know that you're violent, but they're going to deal with you. They used to give you your way. Those days are over, ladies. I'm seeing that everybody's elated every time you're removed from something. Yes, ma'am.
Did you see how the person hit the phone real quick? That was recorded. I said that was me right there. I would have been like, oh shit, she almost saw my ass. You know, I really loved the officer, the black lady officer. The way she handled that was so good. She did such a good job. But yeah, that behavior, that adult tantrum in public and stuff,
Yes.
is just so abnormal. Like, normal people do not act like this. Normal people do not handle conflict like this in day-to-day life, but it's normal in Blackistan. That's normal behavior for her and her kind. And they, you know, it's unacceptable behavior. But anytime somebody tries to point this shit out, they say it's racism. It's not racism to expect y'all to act like adults on a fucking airplane. But yes, that relief was real. Like, bitch, get the fuck up out of here. I know everybody was so happy. Like, girl, you in that bonnet, please. Thank goodness. Thank you.
People get mad when we say certain shit. But she's sitting her ass on the flight with a whole bonnet on her head, making a damn fool of herself. Like, you just sitting here being loud, drawing all this attention to yourself, sitting here with a whole bonnet on your head. So when we talk about the motherfucking bonnets in public, I don't want to hear anything because you feel like you're being judged. Because look at what y'all out here doing. She's sitting in the middle of a flight. I don't know what the fuck happened to regular hats. Maybe. I know that may seem like a foreign concept, but if you just got to have something on your head, I wear caps all the time. What's the wrong with that? They don't want to comb their damn heads. They would rather walk the street in some shit that you're supposed to sleep in. And it's crazy because you're always attracting the most attention to yourself. And it's the ones for me that are taking a step further and leave the house in bed clothes the same way. Us house slippers. And you add that on top of the bonnet, and they had their ass out in public just like that. And then get mad when people talk about you. People gonna talk about that shit. Look at what she's sitting there doing. I'm not surprised she being recorded. I don't want to hear nothing.
Let me imitate her on my way to Discord. Aaliyah, I'm gonna inbox you. Snap will meet me in Discord. Shane, I'm so glad you came up here. I'll see y'all in the middle of July at some point. I'm going to have fun with my ladies. Y'all enjoy y'all 4th of July. Get the fuck off my live. Bye.
Bye.